Hi, I'm Nate Picconi, and this is the presentation for my terminal application, CRaM. The application can be downloaded from my GitHub repository shown on screen. So CRaM is a basic CRM. It has simple functionality and a few thoughtful features. You can see there on the right the main menu, and all of the flows or options are available off the main menu. So one of the features is the view feature, the view all feature. So it has the ability to view all contacts, and when that's selected, the user can sort by any of the column headings, first name, last name, company email, whatever they like to sort by. It also has the ability to bring up contextual help and to go back to the previous menu. If view all is selected and a sort is selected, CRaM will display all of the records in the terminal window. Will give you the total number of records in the file, as well as how it's been ordered, and then the user has the ability to press enter to continue, which will take them back to the previous screen. Another view functionality feature is to search. So if that's selected, then the user can type in a substring to search for, and then that substring will be applied across every value for every row in the CSV file. That's done by pandas. So wherever Bob appears in the file, then the rows are returned. And once the user has finished viewing or got the information they need, they can press enter to continue and go back. Another feature is to add. So again, off the main menu, if add is selected, then the user is prompted to enter the first name of the person to add, and they're given the option to type exit to exit out of that and go back to the menu. If a first name and last name is once a first name and last name is entered, the application will search the file, the CSV file, to see if that person already exists in the file. If they do, then a message is presented advising that the user already exists, and the user is given the chance to select whether to create a new entry for that person or to cancel. After the first and last name is added, if the user or if the person is not found, or if they've selected to create a new entry anyway, the user can enter all of the other details for the database. That's then saved into the CSV, and then the loop continues to add a new person, and the user can just type exit to break that loop. I did it that way rather than a prompt to continue or go back, as this is less typing and is more convenient if a number of records are being added. Another feature is to edit an existing contact. Again, substring can be entered into the search field, and this works fairly similarly to this part of it works fairly similarly to the search functionality. Again, Bob was entered. We've got the records for Bob, but this time the user is given the option to select an index number for the record to edit. So that's the column on the left, and in this case we've got 0 or 1. The user can select the entry to edit, and then the user is presented one by one with the column name or the key, and then the value for that key, and given the option to either edit or to keep. The user can just hit enter to keep, and I'll discuss more on that a little bit in a moment. There is also the functionality of help menu or help contextual help off the menu and submenus. There's some basic help there, but I wanted to play around with a bit of additional file handling and displaying within the terminal. So central to the application is the CRaM storage CSV. That's what holds all the data, and the application interfaces that CSV through several ways to view records, search for records, add records, edit records, and provide contextual help, which is not actually from the CSV. So if we dive in a little bit deeper, if we're looking at view to sort, view with a sort applied over the top, the user is prompted to enter a sort or a variable for which the data frame will be sorted by. There's a try except block put in place to catch non-integer input for that. Pandas then retrieves the data from the storage CSV, applies it into a data frame, reorders the data for display to sort by whichever column was chosen, and then displays it in the terminal window. In the search functionality, again, the user's prompted for an input, but this time it's a search string. The application will search through the storage CSV for each row and then each value within each row to match that substring, which can actually be a number as well. So string is probably not the correct term there, but variable. Where there is a match in the row, then the entire row is added to a temporary CSV. And then once it completes searching through the CSV, Pandas picks up the temporary CSV and moves it into a third CSV, discarding any duplicates. Once that's completed and the data is clean, then it's presented as a data frame. If the data frame is empty, then a message advising no search results is displayed and the user is taken back to the main menu. If the data frame is not empty, then it displays the results. And here I've just got two screen grabs, with the top one showing where there are duplicate entries in the CRaM storage temp CSV, and then the CRaM storage temp clean CSV where the duplicates have been removed. So if the user selects to add a record, then they're prompted for the first name. The application will check to see if what was entered was the word exit or not. If it was, then it will take them back to the main menu. If it wasn't the word exit, then the user is prompted to input the last name. After the last name is input, then the application will again search the CSV for the first name, last name pairings in the rows. If it finds a match, then the user is prompted with a question of whether they want to create a new entry or not. If not, then the user will be deposited back to the main menu. If they elect to continue or there's no match found, then the user will be prompted to add all other attributes. Once that's complete, then that row is stored to the CSV, goes back to the first name input again. If the user in the main menu selects to edit, a number of these functions are similar to the search function. Again, there's an input string. The input string is matched against all of the values in all of the rows, which are put into a temporary CSV. Pandas picks it up, discards the duplicate, presents it in a data frame, same as view. But in this case, once the data frame is not empty, in this case, the user is given the option to select the index number on the left. And then those attributes are displayed one by one, which the user can elect to keep or change. If the user elects to edit, then a new value is input, and that new value is added into a new list of values with the index number of where that value belongs. Likewise, if they elect to skip and keep the existing value, then the existing value is inserted into the new string. Sorry, not the new string, the new list, with the correct value. So by the end of this process, in the new list, we'll have the correct values against placement in the CSV. When that's completed, then that row is stored back in the storage CSV in the same place that the original row was taken from. I've imported 5 modules for this application. I've imported the OS module for system clear to clear the terminal window, sys module for exit so that CRaM can exit gracefully with a thank you message, the time module for sleep to add a delay to messages displayed before clearing the terminal window, as well as pandas for file data frame handling as well as displaying records in the terminal, and date util for the parser to check dates entered formatted as dates. Thank you very much for your time.